Hey guys, welcome to My 59 Ranch and our channel. In this episode today, we're going to talk about this 2005 Toyota Tacoma. Really excited about getting this vehicle into our fleet, and it's going to help us do some projects that has been a little bit difficult to accomplish over the period of time we've been here. So stay tuned. We're going to learn more about this truck and what makes it unique. And I'm pretty sure to say that this might be one of the only Tacomas in the U.S. that has never been in the rain. So to learn more about that story, just keep listening. Let's go through the truck and what it's all about. Okay, so we're going to do a quick walk around this Tacoma. It's pretty much in almost like new state. I was searching and have been searching for really a long time, looking for a Tacoma, and this one actually showed up. Not only was it super close by, like a half a mile, but it was on Facebook Marketplace. So I got pretty much dinged right away whenever it became available. And so luckily enough, the previous owner had not sold it just yet. And we spoke pretty late at night. He actually gave me a message on Facebook and said, "Hey man, just call me. It'll be easier than trying to go back and forth through Messenger on Facebook." And so I quickly prompted him and said, okay, and I called him up, and we probably talked for a good hour just about the truck and its history. And so it's got a kind of a cool story to it, which I think many people can relate to, especially if you love these trucks, which there's a big following across the country and across the world really for these vehicles. So here's the stats on this truck. So it is a 2005. It is a pre-runner SR5. So that means that it is rear-wheel drive, but it's got the off-road suspension. So as you can see, it sits up a little bit higher than just a regular two-wheel drive vehicle. It had 18,000 and some change. I'll put the image up as I process this video, but it was basically original miles. And as you can see, this thing is just pristine. So it's 16 years old. You see that these headlights, I mean, they basically look perfect. There's not really an imperfection in them. This truck, if it went outside, and you can see the paint is just, it's immaculate. It's perfect. You cannot wish for a better caretaker on a vehicle that you buy secondhand or be the second or third owner. I mean, this is great. So always garaged and wiped down and washed if it was taken out for a ride. And you can see even the fog lights. I mean, the fog driving lights are perfect. Very little chips. I think there's only like one or two on the entire front bumper. But otherwise, I mean, this thing is just mint. It's really an amazing story. So like I said, as we just kind of walk around the truck a little bit, here again, the owner the original owner was an older gentleman, and he saw this truck on the Toyota lot and became very passionate about it and decided to buy it. It was not his primary vehicle. He had a daily driver, or a car that he drove around whenever need be. But he did like this truck. He loved the way it looked, and he decided that he would go ahead and purchase it. Some of the unique aspects of it, the inky wheels are an option, and those are not standard wheels on the Tacoma. And then also he had the stainless running board here put on. A lot of people don't like the chrome now, but the more and more I've gotten used to this truck, to be honest with you, I'm starting to like the chrome more. And the reason is that it's kind of trendy right now for a lot of people getting the blacked out trim and black rims and running boards and anything else, grills, etc. But because it doesn't have those things and it's not all blacked out, it just kind of sticks out in my mind. It just doesn't look like every other truck running down the road right now. So anyways, that's just my personal preference. Everybody has their own, so just like opinions, right? So anyways, long story short is that the truck was driven roughly about 1,200 miles a year, and so they took really good care of it. They like I said, if they did drive it, they would bring it back home and wash it up and they would put it back in the garage. He had a car cover for it as well, and that came with the truck. And basically it's just a time capsule. I mean, this thing is just ridiculous in what kind of condition it's in. I'll walk around and show you the undercarriage, but this thing has not seen any rain. It's never been driven in the rain. So the only water that's ever hit this thing is by somebody washing it. And you can really tell, like, even there's still the chalk and paint marks on the exhaust there. Even the exhaust is still, the color's not like what you would typically see a truck or a car that has a lot of mileage on it. But if you look underneath it, I mean, this thing is just crazy, guys. I mean, it's brand new, like it rolled out of the factory. You can see basically, and I don't know if the green of the grass and the sunshine will make it difficult for things to come out, but I mean, it truly is just amazing the type of condition that this thing is in. So I was really excited when I saw it, because maybe in some ways I'm too particular on different things, but nonetheless, this meant all the different check marks that I had as far as finding a truck that was in really good shape, finding a truck that is also a little bit older. I don't appreciate paying Uncle Sam all the taxes, or at least the state taxes. Maybe it's not Uncle Sam, but nonetheless, I don't appreciate paying all that extra money in North Carolina for a brand new vehicle and then turning around and paying additional tax every year. So it's just one of my personal preferences. So if I can find something that's a little bit older, has low mileage, something like this Tacoma will last virtually forever as long as you take care of it. That just is one extra check mark that goes along with buying a vehicle like this. So here again, you know, the wheels, they virtually all look brand new. They don't really have a nick in them. I've washed them up and polished them up a little bit. I think the only imperfection, and we just have the wheel at the right angle, that you can see is that the rear drums have a little bit of rust on them. So I think the next time that I'm gonna rotate the tires, I'll probably just take a wire brush to that, get it cleaned up a little bit, and put a fresh coat of paint on it. But I mean, honestly, that's the only thing that I've seen in the entire vehicle that has given me any, and I'm not even concerned about it, but that you would say if it was needed to be addressed and be perfect, that would just be one of those things. It does have one of these Tacoma factory rubber mats, and you know, a lot of times when you look at the Tacomas, you'll see that these bolts a lot of times start getting the color of them starts changing. I don't know if these are steel or not. They're definitely anodized, but a lot of times they just look really rough on ones that have been out in the weather. This bed has never had anything in it until insert picture from yesterday. I threw in some new boards to fix one of the fences around the house, and so that was the first time anything's actually ever been in this bed. So it's been for looks only, and but it is brand new, guys. I mean, it is just ridiculous how new this is. So outside of that, I mean, that's the outside. Same thing, you know, you can look at this side, maybe a little bit easier to see, I'm not sure, but you know, virtually here again, the undercarriage is perfect. There's nothing that needs to be done to this thing at all. So it's just brand new. It's brand new, beautiful, beautiful truck. So on the inside, one thing that is really nice is that he had the all-weather mats added to this truck. They're in perfect shape, as you would expect. The only nick, if you were looking for like anything critical or anything just to say at all, there's only just a couple little marks on this door seal. But outside of that, I mean, there is absolutely nothing. This is brand new. There is nothing that you can take away from it. When you come into this vehicle and you open the door, it smells like a brand new car. I mean, it is new for all intents and purposes. It's brand new. The interior is just perfect. Leather wrap steering wheel. It does have the standard radio. It does not have the JBL, which I'm really happy about. I did purchase a Alpine 9-inch F409 unit that I'm going to install in here, which will give me basically the modern capabilities to have Bluetooth, to have navigation, and I use an Android, but it's Android Auto and also Apple CarPlay. So the other thing that he did put the seat jackers on it. So it is this piece of aluminum here that raises up the front of the seats, which essentially that gives you a little bit better leg support. I appreciate that. I'm gonna also going to remove there's a couple of bolts on the back side with washers that he added to raise up the back of the seat. I don't really need that, but I'll probably just look at that and tweak it out a little bit. Door panels here again, outside of maybe some dust from me going out today. These things are just perfect. There's no imperfections here at all. If we go to the back, until my kids sat in this truck the other day, there was nobody ever sat back here. So, I mean, these are virtually brand new seats. So if you have a 05 or 06 or 07, and you're kind of curious to see what would the interior look like, brand new, well, this is pretty much it. You know, headliner, there's no imperfections here at all. So here again, guys, this is just truly a time capsule. I'm going to go around the other side just because the sun will give you a different perspective on lighting. It does have this nice gold pinstripe. I'm not usually a pinstripe fan, but just on this truck, it just kind of works. And it is, you know, here again, it's perfect. So the tan interior, it's just amazing. I mean, every time I look at this thing, every time I hop in it, I've already put maybe 200 miles on it. Just driving around town, doing a couple things, went to church one day, and just really excited. It's something I've been, here again, looking for many years. So to find something in this kind of shape with the trim package and things that I was looking for is, you know, just amazing to me. So that's a little story. So why would I need a truck? Well, the biggest thing is for me is that my truck, or my cars that I had before this truck, I just had a sedan, an 07 Jetta sedan, which was nice enough, pretty much perfect condition as far as I'm concerned. I like to keep cars pretty nice. Anytime anything breaks, I fix it right away. I don't wait, so I don't end up having problems down the road just build up. So that car's been well maintained. It's in really great shape. But you know, I can put down the back seat and it will allow me to put some things in there, but it's not really made to handle any type of cargo or lumber or anything like that. So then I also have a 2004 RAV4, which I have put a lot of things in it. I've actually gotten a stove. So the stove we put in our kitchen, I got that in there just fine. Those seats fold forward, so it does have a lot of cargo space, but it's not exactly, and I've done it a couple times, but it's not exactly a good environment to put like pine needles or anything else that really is material that you would put in the bed of a truck. So that's really why you would want one. And then personally, I just like to have a truck so I don't have to worry about, you know, getting the interior really filthy with various different things. So but that's why. So, you know, you don't have to. You can always use what you have, but just a truck makes it a little bit easier, and that's my goal. So with that, just amazing, guys, just amazing. Every day I see this thing, I just smile. I can't tell you enough how brand new this thing is. Let me show you the engine real quick. All right, so I got the hood popped up, and obviously you can see the hood is pretty much virtually clean. I could probably run a damp rag on a couple spots on the leading edge, maybe a couple bugs snuck in there, but otherwise, I mean, it's pretty much just like everything else. It looks pretty much brand new. So this is what a brand new 2005 Tacoma would look like, or at least the closest thing I know of that I could find. You can see that the brake booster, all the fluids have been changed. The only thing that hasn't been addressed, but it's been on a battery tender, is the battery is a couple years old. It's not original, but it was replaced. Always had Mobile 1 put in it. Like I said, the fluids have been flushed, the radiator's been flushed, all that's been maintained quite well. There are no leaks at all anywhere. All the belts checked out okay. The main belt was replaced, I believe. But otherwise, you know, it's been in a climate cooled environment and heated environment, so it's been just well maintained overall. So it's a pretty much, you know, it's a time capsule, guys. I here again, I can't say enough about the thing. I thought one thing that was neat, and my brother pointed out, is that just by looking down behind the front grille, you can see the aluminum bumper supports and just how clean this thing is. I mean, you can just see from either side, it doesn't matter which side you go on, you can see just how mint this thing is. So it is just truly a dream, and in great condition. So I look forward to taking care of it, and my intention is to keep this thing probably until I can't drive anymore. I mean, it's just going to be something I'll maintain and drive it forever. So it'd be pretty hard pressed for me to find something else that could replace this. But who knows? Who knows what will happen in the future? But so that's a little story about my 2005 Toyota Tacoma, and it will serve many purposes for the projects at our house at my59ranch.com, and that's really it, guys. So I hope you like this video, a little tour about my new truck. Something I've been looking at for really 12 years probably, but then after we bought this house, it kind of accelerated the purpose for me to have a truck. I didn't really need one before, but yeah, so here it is. 2005 Toyota Tacoma SR5 pre-runner. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and just the description and looking at this special truck. Never been in the rain. Never been in the rain. Never had anything in the back either, in the bed, until yesterday. So we hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.